In Nigeria and across the continent, millions of dreams are being built every single day. Not inside corporate towers, but in the noisy markets, roadside workshops, and creative corners of our cities and villages. From the welder in Kano, to the fashion designer in Lagos, to the smartphone repair guru in Accra. These are the real engines of Africa's economy that are creating jobs, feeding families, and driving growth from the ground up. Nearly 83% of total employment in Africa is informal, with Sub-Saharan Africa reaching 85%, acting as a major absorber of young labor seekers. The sector continues to contribute over 50% to Nigeria's GDP and constitutes over 66% of non-agricultural employment in Sub-Saharan Africa, often featuring low productivity, high vulnerability, and limited access to credit. For too long, this vital sector has been overlooked, undervalued, and misunderstood. Welcome to AISE, African Informal Sector Economy. Here, we step into the streets and workshops to document their real stories, their innovations, their daily struggles, their challenges, and their enormous potential. Because understanding the informal sector is not optional, it is essential for Africa's future. I am Chidera Okere.
Madam Chisom. As you can see, we sell food.
Okay, food.
Different kinds of food. Different kinds of food. We have swallow, rice, and so on and so forth. We have been into this business for the past 10 to 12 years now. Okay. We have empowered so many people, both the old and the young. We have empowered so many people, both male and female. Everything we are buying is, it has increased drastically. The food, everything, even the food stuff we normally buy for cheaper price is now high because of, if you tell them, they'll say the price of the transport, the petrol has put money, all these things has made the business kind of, and if you tell our customers, if we top the thing money now, our customers will be complaining also. So it has affected us. If they can do something to reduce the price of fuel, fuel is the major thing we hold in this country. So if they can do anything in as much as possible to reduce the price of fuel, we'll be grateful. We go to the market. We wake up as early as 4 o'clock to 4:30 to prepare this thing every day. Even when it's raining, when sun is shining, we went through a lot of process in processing all these food stuff. We cook them with firewood. We buy firewood, we cook them.
My name is Ikemere. I manage food, pure water, soft drink, and alcohol. Some people go because washing plates, cook food with the charcoal and the sun from no fit stay because suffer too much. Not easy because everything costs. like vegetable, before you buy bitter leaf, vegetable, it took us. And some people don't have money, some go beg, give me so some, and after I say cannot make it. But you know if you give up because if they look for what children go chop. You must start. If in Nigeria now, you know days, even man or woman, you know days, but everybody is strong. Everything costs. It's very cost. Make government help us make something come down. Now because of fuel, everything increased. Before, middle of beans is 700, but now it's 1,500. Red oil, before one bottle, 1,500, now it's 2,000. And the one red oil, you cannot cook 2 parts of soup. Make government help us, make something come down. Make people have the money to buy, because if somebody no get money, you no go produce, you no go buy. Some people go use 700 buy food, but now 1,000 plus to buy food. You know this, make government help us. And they do white soup.
Okay.
I buy intestine, goat meat, and the leg, and some ingredients. I will make the white soup sweet. Now I get more customer. If you eat, you will come back tomorrow. And they do vegetable. You know, kanda, many things, stockfish, vegetable will do okay. I'll do a BC, do draw, do oral soup, bitter leaf. Yeah. Because I'm from Anambra State.
Okay.
You don't know they carry last. You must make money.
My name is Lebanus. We're into interior decoration. As you can see, I'm just making the curtain right now. For past 10 years, you know, the business is not stable. Like sometimes you look at it seasonal. So that is why we are finding it so difficult to grow like that. So that's the challenges we are having. The seasonal business, and people don't recognize us based on the area we are. Like those that are in town, they can see some customers that do patronize them, but we are in this village. We find it a little bit difficult. For a long time now, people fail to visit us based on the challenges, based on the transport, fuel issue. It makes us that the customer that we do get right now, we cannot even have them because of that challenges we are facing now. So, you know, government, every time they say they are trying to make things easy for us, but I don't know how they will make it easy. The better thing they will do is just to reduce everything. Let them reduce the price of fuel, reduce the price of things, so that people can be able to patronize us. Yes, we buy them. After we buy them, then we'll cut it. We first of all go to the house when we do our measurement and get actual measurement from the house that we want to fix the curtain. We can now come back and start making the curtain with the measurement we have.